Yes, everyone, welcome to another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And we recently did a video about a walk and talk from Sung and Joya. So I thought we could move the locate. That's the Narita Express, by the way. That's where everything's in Shibuya. Looking here at the Shibuya crossing. Lots of things to talk about. I tend to be a little bit diabolical about things, probably too diabolical. Here's our host today. He's taking a great video here. You can see Mizuho Bank there on the left, right there, by the way. Right there, you can. There's all sorts of stuff to talk about here as we go through here. He's right at Shibuya Station right now, and Shibuya Station is, of course, redeveloping right now, and this is one of the ways in Tokyo that when they do redevelopment, they're always worried about how you move the people because everything operates while the redevelopment. Look at those electric wires above there as you come through here. Everything's going to operate still while they're rebuilding here, and I think they're rebuilding the station right here. And you're getting really the title of this video is all about Japanese sort of capitalism and power, and we're really in his video here today. This is Tokyo right here. This is basically an old samurai clan. You see it right there, Tokyo. It's a Tokyo department store. It's going to be now Tokyo Station. They own the land and they can rebuild it. They built this structure 60 years ago and you can see above there, there's a redevelopment right there. They own all the land here in near Shibuya, Tokyo. Okay, there's nothing for sale. There's nothing you can buy anywhere near this station. It's because it's all owned by the conglomerate. I often talk about the conglomerate. By the way, uh, I'm looking at this video on my TV, so that's why my angular vision of, in terms of the video, I might be like sort of looking upward. We're going to go to across the Shibuya crossing right here. It's interesting when we come across. You see that there's a Bitcoin poster right there. I think it's Laura right there. That's just a sort of pretty Japanese actor in the video right there. I'm really suspect of Bitcoin. I'm not sure who's behind it, and I'm just suspect of it. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but you see there the tower in the middle there with 109. That's Ichiban. Yeah, 10 is to in Japanese, like toka, and then Q is Q. So 9, and that's what it is, to Q. And it's just I think it's like a little reminder of basically who owns all this land right there. So one of the things I'm always interested in, you see all the economic pressure of this area right now, and people are attracted to it for its excitement and everything, including this cameraman. He's here to film a really great video, and he's adding to the ambience of sort of the excitement of Shibuya. There's so much economic pressure in this area. So I've often said to people that you want to position yourself in the areas that are close to here. Now, generally speaking, as a regular sort of person, you can't really own much anything in this area. Maybe as you go back about 10 minutes, you can position yourself in many directions. And we can walk through here. You can see all this is Shibuya Sentagai. See a British pub. I think that's the hub. They have a lot of locations in Tokyo. This store has been around for about 8 or 9 years now. Actually, it's just they sell cool little trinkets and stuff like that. It's still surviving. It's good. So much rental pressure as you come into this area. This is a Shitsuya-san where you go and sell like your used sort of brand things. You see it here on the left, right there. There's that right there. That's a Shitsuya-san. So there would be like used sort of watches and Gucci bags and what have you. Forever 21. Everyone's in here is from in this sort of area for the most part is going to be the conglomerate, but it's still nice to go up and to enjoy this area. I really wouldn't come down here too much. I consider it more like a bar, but I might be down here maybe once a month. Sometimes I have to do some banking because all the banks are here as well, so it is very convenient. Yeah. The shoe store there, Asbi, right there, and what else do we see here? Says there's Okinawa soba. So there's all kind of reasonably priced sort of places that you can go and eat in this area right here. And according to the video, he said we're gonna go to Harajuku. And is it faster than taking the train? It might be. Yeah. He said in 30 minutes. And you can see there's a Family Mart here as well. I'm sorry, I'm so diabolical, me, the Tokyo real estate man. You don't always have to be like me. I loved being here in Tokyo a lot and enjoying it, right? So I always wanted to stay. So like I just watched what the most powerful institutions in the country where they place themselves, and I thought, well, you've got to position or play the game in a similar way to they play it, and that's how I've been able to stay in Tokyo for 30 years. And even to have in a way, this is like I enjoy to have real estate sales, but some way, it's like a leisure for me to study this as well. So it's been beneficial for me to sort of think in this way in terms of my life. But maybe that's not your personality either. There is one little condominium up this street here to the left that has some cheaper units. He's going to bring us up the hill here toward Parco. We're going to see some interesting Japanese. The word is Saikai Hatsu, and it's going to be like redevelopment stuff. But at the top of this hill is going to be Parco. I don't know when he filmed it. So they finished the store, but it might be a good example to see. You're going to see a bunch of redevelopment for sure. That's a good jeans place for like jeans. It's called Murasaki right there. But this has always been a little popular little street that I like because it's just such a small little street. And it's always been so exciting. And the retail is always booked in here. It's just such huge traffic. And it's always sort of renewing itself when someone is too weak it's really the survival of the fittest in this little street right here. And you see the conglomerate store like Claire's there, and what's this organic cafe and restaurant there. So where are we going next? It's going to take us up. There used to be some stairs here at the very top. I wonder if they're still there. I'm probably there as much as a few months ago, but I just forget everything. Yeah, there's the stairs. That's right. There you have a redevelopment right there at the top of the hill, right there. Right here, there's a redevelopment right now. What's it called? I guess this was done a few years back. It says AD 2019 right there. So this would have been the Parco development, which is now finished. You can see the white poster, like which has to demark the building plans or the building sort of schedule and how many floors it's going up. You see again a conglomerate store, Uniqlo, fashion from coming down from the and the street art is great here though. I do like it. My daughter was telling me about the secret of in manga how the eye is such the key. And there you see the eye right there. There's the eye right there. You get character right in the eye. That's cool. It's fun to walk around. Even this video for me is fun to watch and stuff like that. There you see that's looking back there at the Shibuya station. I think that's a Hikarie building right there. And this is a new hotel they built about 5 years ago called the Hotel Koi. Now we're gonna go straight down this street that he's walking us on. I'm guessing because he's going to Harajuku. There's only a few ways there, so he's gonna continue to walk up this street, and then we're gonna cut probably through Yoyogi Park. But this hotel right here, this Hotel Koe, Koe actually in Japanese means voice. So I think its appeal is like we're going to listen to what you want. That's sort of the idea of Hotel Koe, I would think, right there. But you see the redevelopment there right behind it. So all this land with this economic, it's just they never the people or the trusts who own this land, they never sell it, or they'll just sell it to a different division of the trust. Just always control it, and it's really hard to get into it now. So I always try to get people. You can get some condominiums down this hill and kind of to the left. I'll explain it. So you kind of want to position yourself in these areas that are surrounding it, but they keep the really great properties like these sort of corner ones in the busy streets. They'll never be for sale. There is a across the street to the right there, though. There is a building that's owned by Shibuya Ward right there. This is a nice strip, and we're actually right now walking toward Yoyogi Park, which is going to be at the very top of the escarpment right there. And there's a Denny's there, all kinds of restaurants and what have you. Looks to be like they filmed this video probably in the perhaps the first week of December or the last week of November. As there's the old, oh yeah, you see there's an advertising, how advertising happens in Shibuya is on these trucks. Yeah, I always thought they might get regulated, but they didn't. Yeah. And that's how advertising would happen in these sort of like they even have like buses full of pretty girls that would dance and go down the street and people would look at it. I've seen it before with a school bus with 20 young girls dancing inside like a dance party. I was called like a Shibuya dance party. And you can see the land usage here. There's not much parking on the street. Look, there's a redevelopment right behind it, right there. It's happening right there. And that's Shimizu, which is one of the lead construction companies in Japan. He's talking. This is right now. This is. I think this is coming into Jingu. No, Jingu. Let me think. I'm trying. No, to think. I'm just forgetting for a second. And up here. Oh, look. There's another development there. And who's doing development? If you watched my Super Bowl video, we talked about it the other day. You see that? That's Tokyo Construction. So Tokyo owns the land. They already have banks that they work with. The banks that they work with are very close to the Japanese central bank. They can loan money for free. And their construction company, that's their capital and labor division. You see right behind there too. There's a building just built right there. Right there. So this is a great video resource. There it is. Mentioning there's Shibuya Station right there. And basically on that map right there, there's hardly any condominiums. So you can't really get a condominium very close to Shibuya Station. That's going to be dominated by the conglomerate, and if you want to stay near there, you have to stay in one of the hotels. You can actually, there is in the Sakuragaoka development. To the left up here is Shibuya City Hall, and all this land is, as we're going to walk into now, is he's going to go straight as we're going to Harajuku. You see it right there. Shibuya City Hall recently redeveloped itself as well. And we're going to walk here into Yoyogi Park. This is kind of the NHK. On the left side here is NHK. I don't know what he's referring to here. You actually can get some condominiums at the very bottom of this escarpment here on the right. It's a very good place that small investors can position themselves in locations near Shibuya. Very difficult to get near Shibuya. We're going to go across the street right here. On the left is NHK, as you can imagine. It's the communications end of the conglomerate. I'm sorry, I'm sometimes a little Machiavellian, but when I look at them and you can see the communication, they're just like that's where their sort of mind control or their message, if you don't want to consider it mind control, that's where their message sort of beams out right from there. And if you go there right now in 2025, what are they doing? They're building a brand new building there. And then that right there behind us there, that's Shibuya City Hall. And they built that for themselves. And if you go there right now, it's really spectacular. And beside that, there was a condominium. They recently finished it. So, so I would go around Tokyo all the years. I would be ride my bike and go around. I just would be noticing it, and I would be thinking to myself, "Well, you have to position yourself uh, in ways." By the way, there is properties that you can buy as an investor on the back side of NHK, on the other side of the road there, on the bottom side of Yoyogi Park. And that's a good place for Japanese families for them to buy apartments and now expensive houses. But yeah, it's Yoyogi. That's kind of the Odakyu Shibuya, which is like Uehara. And then on the right here is Yoyogi Stadium. And there's a diabolical part of this sort of public space, and certainly it's nice people get to enjoy the public space and everything like this. But in some ways, people can regard like public space or public parks as a land restriction, which sort of keeps the land in control of the politicians and not in control of the regular people. I'm not sure that you have that view. I have like there's definitely like a public good that people can walk in this area, and there's like an arena and stuff like that. You can see the towers of Shinjuku there to the far right as well. So Shinjuku not all that far away. And then I guess today's destination, according to our host here in this video, he's Harajuku, and he's going to go there by way. He's getting there pretty close. Harajuku pretty close here right now. I'm not sure if we're going to go into Yoyogi Park or not. I'm not sure. Harajuku is basically here to the right. And he took us on a nice course. It's nice to walk this way. I thought he was going to walk along the main road, and I was prepared to comment on walking on the main road. But yeah, that's Yoyogi Stadium. I imagine they'll rebuild that soon. But it's a beautiful build. I love that sort of brutalism of the 19. I guess that probably came out of the 1950s because the Olympics was 1964. So you got to think the plans on this were probably around 1958, 1955 period. So you see the brutalism there of that sort of concrete. Although the concrete molds and everything like that they took to build that angled concrete molds is not very. It's a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, I don't know what our host is talking talking about. Probably something a lot more fun than what I'm talking about. However, like you see the generous use of this public land and stuff like that. Sometimes I think it's too generous, and then people, if they would have been able to have some more condominiums in these kind of areas, maybe it would have been good for like private owners and stuff like that. I don't know, but you don't have to be as diabolical as me. And this is an area where they come here. This is known as a baiten, which is like a little place you can come and buy a park. There was particularly this one in the green where you can come and get some snacks and stuff in the park. They have a lot of festivals here. There's often festivals here, like maybe not in the winter time, but in the winter time there might be some as well. And there you see right there some takoyaki right there, and there's some beer. There's Asahi super dry. So you pick up a beer there in the park. See right there, Namabiru. So right there, and Yoyogi Arena, of course. Yeah, they have like a soccer ground right here, which is nice. It gets used a lot by the sports teams. And I know that Cirque du Soleil had their tents here. Yeah, you can see them playing soccer. I know that Cirque du Soleil had their tents here uh, as well for when they had a performance in Tokyo. I do love Cirque du Soleil. That's nice to see the young men playing soccer. Very organized. And I guess it's maybe mid-December, as I said. I don't know where we're going next. Guess we would try to say, well, yeah, I guess we ended. We'll probably move on over here. You can see a tower there in the background right there. Now that we've got away from Shibuya, this is where like there's going to be getting into the Harajuku area. What's really good about investing in Harajuku is there's not too many uh, large sort of towers. I should see where we are in the video. We're already at minute 18. Somehow I could keep talking for a minute. Sort of stairways. This is a way to go over the road. You might take us up the stairways and over the road. Here, right here. There's a very nice sports complex on the very other side of this one where if you're a basketball player, you like to play some basketball. They play some really cool street ball down here. And this is also a place where a lot of the young dancers would congregate in Shibuya. Not on this side, but on the other side of the staircase, if he's going to bring us there. There's some public washrooms here, and there's also like a music grandstand. And sometimes there's some free concerts there throughout the year. I'm really not as much into youth culture anymore now that I'm old, but I think that all this sort of information is out on people's Instagrams, I guess. And there's a lot of flea markets would be in this little sort of area, Japanese day Hiroba. Uh, but it's going to bring us now into Yoyogi Park. You can see Yoyogi Arena in the background right there. I have no idea what our host is talking about here today, but I'm thankful that he has given us this sort of camera resource that I could take and we could try to learn a little bit that can help people that are interested in investing in Tokyo. Not necessarily in this neighborhood, if you can. It's become expensive, but I was lucky enough to be getting into this during the sort of depths of the last decades. My timing was good, I guess. And yeah, we're coming here into Yoyogi Park right there. And what is it? You can see a big tower there in the background there in Shinjuku right there. Oh, the diabolical Tokyo real estate man. And this is actually a Montesando. It doesn't really start there, Montesando, but that connects with the Montesando. I'm going to bring you right there into Harajuku. And I guess I'm thinking right now, it might actually, I might have been wrong on this time. It could be late December or even January. You can see you don't have to go up over the bridge as well, though, too, right? You can, there's a crosswalk on the street. And right in this part, I mentioned that there's a real dance scene just under where he's walking right now. A lot of the sort of uh, young, sort of hip hop dancers and break dancers, and that sort of alternative culture, they sort of gather here. And it's nice. I sometimes when I've always been into sort of alternative culture myself, right? And I just really dig off their groove, and then I would just go there and just watch from the side and enjoy their energy and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really nice. And there's some some in Tokyo. There's not much graffiti, but there is some graffiti they left here in the park under uh, this sort of bridgeway. Yeah, you're looking here into Yogi Park right now. I don't know if he's going to take us there or not. You can see Shinjuku right there in the background. You can see the redevelopment happening, right? So, and yeah, it's a beautiful park. This is I've been here so many times. You see people walking and jogging, and certainly my diabolical end of things that I say, like a public space restricts like private ownership between the small people. Like that's a little bit asinine too, because like people do get to enjoy the park. So I guess is he gonna take us back here to Harajuku next? I don't know where we're going, but he's taking us into Yoyogi a little bit. And I guess this video has 12 more minutes, so we're probably going to be cut toward he's probably going to turn right or go through the park a little bit. There's a really nice area here to go. He's going to walk straight a little bit and then turn right as we go through the park right there. And that'll bring us to Harajuku right there. You can see the graffiti I talked about right there a little bit right there. Yeah. We're going to probably go straight and then we're probably going to turn right. And that'll bring us to Harajuku probably in about 10 minutes. So I'm guessing that's what he's doing. Look at some of it. The park does have hours. You can see it's 5 to 8. Okay, so I guess I didn't even know that the gate closes. Yeah, right there, right there, and then some rules for your dog cleaning up your poop. But there's a really nice if you're a person that likes there's a really good dog walk if you're and dog culture really right now is really big in Tokyo. I just had a tenant ask me if I had another apartment that's pet friendly. Yeah, I don't really like to have like pets in my apartments. I've had one before where a person had a cat, and I really liked her, but that cat just destroyed the place, man. So yeah, there's no. I don't really have a pet friendly apartment, but definitely, like you see, there's a person there holding their dog right now. He's going to turn right here and probably go straight. Uh, it's definitely in Tokyo right now. People just love their pets, and I understand why. I think it's a good thing too. But yeah, not in my apartments. I just they just do too much damage. So yeah, maybe that guy's gonna move actually from from my apartment pretty soon. But I'm actually okay with that too because I think it's really nice to just be able to like when people leave after a few years to go in and for me to do the maintenance and to renew the unit and then have it cleaned up and painted and then one thing that's why it's been really good for me is like I always have my apartments are in like great locations that are close to places like this where people want to be, and I've never had a uh, uh, problem really renting anything because I think that people like they want to have the benefits of living in great Tokyo neighborhoods. That's just it, and people will pay for it. I recently, in one of my listings that I put on a site, Japanese rental site, I had it up for about a week, and I had 6 or 7 mails for it. So, uh, yeah, my apartments generally rent. I try to do a really good job with having them just really good spaces as well, though. Like, and Even when I go to Tokyo next month, the one apartment that I'm going to be working on, I'll be working on it to make it nicer. And then I'm gonna keep it for myself, but I'll rent that one space. I did a video on it intermittently uh, for 1 or 2 month contracts at sort of a premium price. But I'm gonna have it really nice. It's a really great location, very spacious unit. Anyway, this is great here. I've done a lot of playing here. I'm playing just memories of having a day here with my daughter playing frisbee right here. There's some good frisbee players come here sometimes. Sometimes there's a football game. I think I joined a football game one time, and they were like, "Oh, you're good." By the way, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for destroying the former world champions, the Chiefs. Yeah, this area is always the grass gets so beat up in Yogi Park. It's really beat up. I guess that's called paddleball or something, or it's a game for now. There's a pet owner, as I mentioned. She probably owns her house though, so then she's fine. See, if you own you create your own world, man. You don't have to get permission from the owner to if you want a dog, the customer, I'm just imagining he wants his own dog. And I said no, but his choice is he could go just buy his own place. So that's really what ownership brings for you. And part of the reason I got into the Tokyo real estate market many years ago, I went into a rental agency one time and I had my game together. And they're like, yeah, we just don't rent to foreign people. And I was like, okay. And then I just like, never again. And that was just a motivating thing. But that's me. I'm diabolical. Don't you don't have to always be like me. There you go. Someone jumped into the video right there in the back. But yeah, this must be on a Sunday. Sunday really fun at Yoyogi Park. Lots of people. And I think there's recently up here, as you come up here, I think there's like a Starbucks here now. Unfortunately, Starbucks, a conglomerate, they let it into the park. And but not only that, there's like this sort of one area right here coming up on right here. I think the Starbucks is here on the left, but they have some sort of food trucks, and there on the right there is a buy tent. He's gonna go straight here, and then we'll come out of the park, and we'll basically we'll turn left, and we'll be into Harajuku right now. But yeah, it's nice, and there's some public washrooms right here. If you're there drinking beer in the park in the spring with the flowers for the hanami, maybe you're a girl, you gotta wait in line long, man, to go to the washroom. So if you go to the park and you're a girl, uh, yeah, don't drink too much beer in the park because that lineup for the washroom is forever. There you see, there you go, a mixed family like myself right there. So just like that. I'd like to do a video on that one time, like when you marry yourself into like a Japanese family. It's always been my view that yeah, they're not going to really do anything for you if you're like a foreign person. You got to really push push to have your own. That's me. You could be different, a different situation, but I always didn't want to be. There's a word in it. There's uh, a sort of TV show. It's called Sazai-san, and the character is Maso-san in the in the show. And then Maso-san, the husband, lives in the wife's family's house, right? And he's always has to be careful because he's living in their house, right? I never wanted to be like Maso-san with my Japanese family, so I always was pushing to have my own world. But that's just me, and I just never liked it. This must not be Sunday because what happens? There's this one group of dancers that always come here on Sunday, and they're not here right now. And these is this called a chimpira or sort of yakuza baiten. You can see the baiten is like the street market stuff like here. These are probably people affiliated with yakuza families and stuff like that, and they just set up. Yeah, they probably don't have a permit, but they just kind of set up there and have their like right there. What are they? Okonomiyaki right there, or like yak yakisoba probably. And there's some takoyaki, of course. You can see. Look at this dude. Okay, there you go, man. Chimpira. Yeah, so you can see. We're coming now into Harajuku. Up here on the left is going to be Meiji Jingu. I don't know if I'm talking about cultural things or my own experiences, and I just didn't want to be a Maso-san. And here you can come see a redevelopment here. IKEA is in here now. You're coming into very expensive real estate right here in Harajuku. Harajuku, very restricted market because they don't bring on big. You see, the development used to be a cafe right there. That's Meiji Jingu right there, and This is the Yamanote line. We're in Harajuku right now. You're going to take us down to Takeshitadori. You'll see that the buildings here are smaller, so there's a real lack of supply here in Harajuku. But you can buy apartments very close to here. Omotesando is a very expensive area right now. But you can see all the coming back to the Japanese capitalism is here. All the chain tens, all the conglomerate. This is Harajuku Station. He brought us here. And I don't know how much time is left in the video. I guess we got 3 or 4 more minutes of, I don't know, he's probably going to take us down to Dory right now. And right there, you see Harajuku Station, Harajuku Eki right there. And see deal man, that's not in hiragana, that's in, or katakana, it's in kanji. Harajuku Eki Mae. Mae means right in front, right in front. So there you go. And we had a video about that building on the other channel called the Olympia in the background. It's always been an interesting one because of where it sits. And it's always been speculated that there would be real redevelopment there. And yeah, that's an interesting property called the Olympia right there. Perhaps because of its great location. You'll notice that the Meiji Jingu here, this sits at the top of the hill. This is the really best land that you can get in really in the Shibuya area. It sits at the very top of the escarpment. Oh, NHK. Ooh, the messengers. Then you can see everything in East Hall. They're there. These the like. There's a reason that the TV and radio corporation is there. The it's, it's just there. It's just near the axis of power. It's just there. So I know I'm diabolical with it, but you want to position yourself in stuff that's near this location. Now, near the NHK tower, you can buy condominiums in Yoyogi. Okay. You can buy the stuff that's is for sale in Harajuku is very expensive right now, but there's still like older buildings in Harajuku where you can get a property. You want to take position yourself where near these sort of places where the economic pressure is the most. Look at this. This is a Montesando at the top of the hill right here, and there's the Olympia there to the right. To the right, you see it right there. That's always been speculated. They have not been able to put their sort of redevelopment deal of it. If there's something for sale, I should have bought a unit in there about 30 years ago, but I didn't. I'm glad I bought the other one instead. But yeah, we look at the art of Spider-Man and stuff like that in Tokyo real estate, man. I look at the Olympia. But yeah, that's the Olympia right there. We're walking right to it. And you see where it sits? It sits right on the corner at the top of the hill. It's as good as land as you can get. Uh, where are we going now? He's gonna go. He's circling back. Yeah, basically in Harajuku. That's the Docomo building there in Shinjuku, right there, which is technically speaking might be Shibuya, but it's really near Shinjuku, right there. And of course, what do we have there? Meiji Jingumai Eki. Do you see any hiragana on there? Deal man? No, you don't. You do see Metro. Metro. It says Metro, Tokyo Metro in katakana. But there you go. I think that this place right here, you look at the development cranes right there. And this is an older video. It's just in boom. And right there to the left right now, they're building a new development of condominiums. I think like a 20 or story, 20 or 30 story. Oh, Olympic 1964. There you go. Who does the Olympics? Who does the Olympics? Yeah, we did have the Olympics again in when we had the fake Olympics. Anyway, don't get me going against the conglomerate, but uh, it's you can call it diabolical, or you just can call it like hard realism. Okay, and this guy took a good video for us today. He looks to be 35 years old. What's he doing to keep his game in Tokyo? That's what you have to think. He likes Tokyo. He's come out here. He has a job. I think he talked. Uh, he's here filming. Okay, but if you don't position yourself well, how are you going to stay there? Because Japanese capitalism uh, will always try to both its companies and its companies use this land will try to like create a gap between your labor and their valuations. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo real estate man talking about lots of stuff. I think it's really important. I think it's really important stuff that I talk about because it's just hard sort of realism, like it, like it or not. Okay, Should you want to get a hold of me, please come to my Instagram, Tokyo Real Estate Man website right there. You can always DM me there, engage me in a conversation. Failing that, I do have a website as well. Where did I put it? I saw my tabs are all over the place. I've done a really good job of sharing my tabs today because I didn't need to share it. My son's going to school right now. Tokyo Real Estate Man website. The mail address is at the very top right there. You just dropped your phone. Oh, your earbuds. The contact box. I'm not convinced is working, so you can always mail me there. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch another video from the Machiavellian Tokyo Real Estate Man. いつもこのチャンネル見てるの皆様ありがとうございます。今日のツアー、渋谷から原宿までの案内楽しかったね。東京リリースバンの話はちょっと気になるだけどね、お金好きすぎるから、まあすいません、今日の動画ありがとうございます。この動画でこれからも終わりだよ終わりです。以上です。